John Eats Cheap Pantry Freezer Project. Remember we got that roast out, a big rump roast, and made beef stew out of it. I chunked up the other part. We're going to do some beef and noodles. Now usually when I do beef and noodles, I do it in the crock pot, do the roast all day. It gets fall apart tender. That's great for beef and noodles. But this one I'm going to do on the stove top, and I browned up the chopped up meat. Like I said, this is rump roast. So I'm going in to a pan, and the noodles will go later. We'll throw those in just before we're ready to eat. I just need to get this meat good and tender. So I'm just going to cover it with a little bit of water. Just about like that. Now we need some beef flavor. Got to clear out the pantry with our gallon of au jus. Hey, we're actually making a dent though, and I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to put a big old tablespoon in for right now, and we're going to get this on the stove, and then I can, in an hour or so, I can check the flavor, see if it needs more. You don't want a lot of water, just enough to cover the meat, so we can just simmer it covered for several hours, and it'll get good and tender. So there's our beef. It's nice and tender. That's been simmering for like several hours. I added a little water, a little au jus mix, lightening that pantry. So it's seasoned right. Now we're just going to add these are Amish Kitchen Klusky noodles. Add them in the pantry. So I'm going to get enough of those in there. I love the Klusky noodles. We're going to go, let me get a spoon here to mix those in. And we want the noodles to be submerged, and enough noodles to thicken it up. I'll probably do about half of the bag. I'm going to do that much right there, about half. And we'll get them covered and just let these go and see how thick it is. If we need to add more noodles, we will. All right, so I whisked up a little brown gravy mix. Good thickener, good flavor. About 3/4 of a cup of water with the brown gravy mix. Come on over, we're gonna pour it in the noodles, which are about done. Let me carefully get this off because it's hot. So there's our noodles. I want it just a little thicker than that, so then we're adding the brown gravy mix. Just like that. Get it all in there. And turn that down on low or simmer. And that should thicken up nicely. So here we go, got the beef and noodles. Look at that, looks nice. It's thick, beef and noodles. And most people eat it just like that. In the Midwest, we got to do little mashed potatoes to put it on. I don't know why that is, but it's what we do.
Because
so
it's delicious.
A little mashed potatoes in the bowl. It is delish. And the beef and noodles out of the freezer for the beef, noodles for the pantry. There we go. It's all in there. It's steaming hot. Try and get a little, I got noodles, I got taters, I got gravy or sauce and beef. This is comfort food at its best. And the great thing is, we're having dinner tonight and lunch in a couple of days. All out of the pantry and the freezer with John Eats Cheap.